خلق الأرض. Allah SWT says, Allahu alladhi khalaqa as-samawati wal-arda wa ma baynahuma fi sittati ayyam thumma istawa 'ala al-arsh ma lakum min dunihi min waliyyin wa la shafi' afala tatadhakkarun. Allah is the one who created the heavens and the earth and all that is between them in 6 days. Then he positioned himself on the throne. Other than him, there is neither a guardian for you nor an intercessor. Would you then not observe the advice? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created a canopy to protect us and a ground to walk on, live on, grow on, rest on, cultivate on. And then he positioned himself on the arsh, and from there he monitors and controls and nourishes and provides and takes to account all things. As all of the heavens and the earth and everything in between belong to him. When you go from this world, eventually this earth will also crumble and the skies will tear apart and everyone will die, and only Allah, the creator, the owner, the khaliq, the malik will remain. Then what was the purpose for all these mighty creations? Why were they so well placed, so beautiful, so functional, so vast? For you and me to feel safe, to have a place to habitate, to be able to walk that path that was etched for us to follow. This dunya, this universe is huge, and you and I will never see it all. But in every corner of this dunya, this world, no matter where you are, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed signs within his creations for us to ponder and to reflect. And through these tangible, physical entities, our purpose is to be able to think beyond them and acknowledge the reality of an intangible dunya where we're all heading. The fact that these skies roar at times and send down striking lightning, and the fact that these lands or the tectonic plates sometimes overlap, slip and shake, causing various forms of catastrophes, tornadoes, tsunamis. Well, how long does man take heed? For how long does man experience his absolute lack of control on anything he possesses or in anything around him? Does he ever reflect that this slight irregularity in movement of the land or the seas or the winds, uncontrolled by man, are a sign that one day this whole earth will shake, and one day these skies will burst, and one day the seas will be ablaze? So whilst the earth is still around you, place your feet firmly on the ground and look up to the skies and think and ponder and walk the path that is etched out by the prophets, the sahabas, the salihin, to bring out the best of you in both worlds, so that you can walk firm on this earth and walk firm across the bridge into the next one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَفَلَمْ يَنظُرُوا إِلَى السَّمَاءِ فَوْقَهُمْ كَيْفَ بَنَيْنَاهَا وَزَيَّنَّاهَا وَمَا لَهَا مِنْ فُرُوجٍ وَالْأَرْضَ مَدَدْنَاهَا وَأَلْقَيْنَا فِيهَا رَوَاسِيَ وَأَنبَتْنَا فِيهَا مِنْ كُلِّ زَوْجٍ بَهِيجٍ تَبْصِرَةٌ وَذِكْرَى لِكُلِّ عَبْدٍ مُنِيبٍ. Did they not then look to the sky above them, how we have built it and beautified it, and it has no cracks? As for the earth, we have spread it out and cast on it firm hills and caused to grow therein every kind of delightful things, as a source of vision and as a lesson to every servant of Allah who turns to him for guidance. Where are those hills that Allah mentions? Where are those mountains? They are there. How far are they from your home? And they hold the ground firm from where they are. Yet imagine the depth of them under the ground, pegging the earth still, that its effects are so deep that it stabilizes the piece of land that we live on and allows us to walk on a stable street, a stable avenue where my home is, on an earth that is otherwise in constant rotation in its orbit. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided the mountains and hills as pegs to ensure that the ground around us doesn't shake all the time. and that it's firm and hard, on which you can walk and not sink, on which you can build and create stable homes and shelters, and on which it can support huge trees as a source of shade, provisions, beauty, oxygen. And yet, in its composition, He has made it so soft that you can observe your footprint, you can dig, you can sow your seeds, and watch the fragile sapling shoot out from the ground after a rainfall. In Surah Mursalat, Allah SWT says, Alam naj'alil arda kifata ahya'an wa amwata. Have we not made the earth a receptacle for the living and the dead? This earth accommodates man to live on top of it with security and provisions of crop and vegetation. And the same earth becomes his cradle, which holds him when he leaves this world, holding on to him in its belly in the grave. How it hides our diminishing remains, allowing us to leave with dignity and grace, and how it houses that many people that left before us until the last day of earth. What a beautiful receptacle is this earth, lays firm so man may use it to work and accumulate rewards while still above it, to earn the comforts of the earth when he's below it. Allah SWT says in Surah Rum, and among His signs is that He shows you the lightning for fear and for the hope, and He sends down water from the sky, and therewith revives the earth after its death. Verily, in that are indeed signs for a people who understand. As you watch that fragile little stem push its way through the hard concrete above it, through the revival of a dead earth, after the descent of a shower of rain, imagine man finding his way through the hardships and the barriers towards the light as the rain of revelation and divine solace permeate and moisten his soul, and he is re-energized, reconnected to his Lord as the rain touches his heart, letting him grow and stand again. Surely a sign for those who reflect. In Surah Hajj, Allah SWT says, and you see the earth barren, but when we send down water on it, it is stirred to life. It swells and puts forth every lovely kind of growth. The composition of this earth is such that it absorbs the water, allowing some of it to settle and not spill and drain away, and allowing it to plateau at different levels under the ground, creating different little water tables, a feast for every plant at every level. The little sapling can reach it with its fresh tiny roots, and the trees can absorb it from the depths where their matured roots are harbored. And then they grow and flourish under the care of their Rabb, their Lord, their provider. Isn't that a sign for you and me that there is nourishment in this divine revelation, in this beautiful rain that helps us thrive further wherever we are on our growth curve of Iman? So ponder, reflect, absorb, and grow as we look around, all around us, at God's beautiful creations.